Part of me wants to start airbrushing again and cover the is300 in skulls.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see in the last video, I put the hood pins on. Turned out pretty good. In today's video, I'm going to be going under the hood, cleaning things up a little bit more. Got a couple things. So let's pop this hood. Alright. First thing I added, it was just really quick. I had a little bit of this black loom laying around, so I put that over the turbo oil feed line. Kind of stuck out a little bit over here. Just kind of blends in now a little better. And then finally, I'm replacing the red coupler on the turbo that has bugged me since I built this. It was just what I had laying around that went from 3-inch to the 2.5-inch intercooler piping. First one they sent me was the wrong size, then had to return it. And then the second one was the wrong color. So finally got the right one this time. Came with two nice T-clamps. There we go, black. Should blend in under the hood a little bit better than that bright red. Kind of clashed with the blue. But alright, let's get that red one off and put this one on. Alright, now let's get this guy up here. See if I can do it with this screwdriver. Alright, first I'm loosening up this coupler. Then I gotta watch the lines for the catch can. I don't think I have to disconnect them from here. I might be able to just pull this out of the way. But yeah, I should have plenty of room. Just gonna get this back clamp now. I hate these stupid clamps. These are just pretty much hose clamps, what I have on here now. What I had laying around. I got those other nice T-clamps that came with the new coupler, so that should be good. Got this off. Took longer than I'd like to admit. So yeah, this red coupler was pretty much came on a Honda Civic that had, it was like for a cold air intake. It's kind of like hard rubber, not really good. Like this new one, silicone. Plus now these new clamps. These new clamps with this T-style or whatever you want to call it, are way better. Better clamping force, and I can use a ratchet instead of a screwdriver like those hose clamps. Get a ratchet and a socket to fit that. I believe it's 10mm. Yep. Alright, now I gotta put the smaller clamp on the front. Got that guy in there. That looks way better. Doesn't stick out like a sore thumb like that red one did. Like the blue timing cover. And then I got the Motion Race or Motion Auto TV blue hardware. I gotta order some more of that and replace some of these bolts and nuts. But slowly but surely we're cleaning it up, getting rid of a bunch of useless wiring and moving stuff so this looks better. Alright, next up I'm gonna find like little brackets and stuff like these for the radiator, little rubber isolators. I'm gonna grind and clean the rust off of these and repaint these. Like this bracket that I made here for the igniter to move all the stuff that was bolted up here out of the way. Take that off and paint it. Just see what needs to be touched up. I can always take my airbrush, touch up certain spots that I can't get to, taking it off, you know. Like a lot of these bolt heads I can wire wheel off and then airbrush, make it look a little better. I'm also going to be taking some of these clamps and kind of flipping them around so those bolt heads aren't sticking straight up. Alright, got those clamps flipped around so the bolts don't stick out. The new coupler looks good. Now let's get those radiator brackets cleaned up and painted. Alright, bracket came out good. About to put some satin clear on there. I don't want these too shiny. Got this guy drying. Yeah, so this is what I used. I just had some flat black and I'm going over it with some satin clear. Give it a little bit of a sheen, but not too shiny. Alright, well, while I got those brackets drying, this one I got finished up. Little igniter bracket that I made. I'm still going to paint the end of that screw black. Kind of sticks out, but looks better than that other bracket, like silver or zinc, whatever was just sticking out. Alright, well, I'm still waiting for them other things to dry. I got a little bit more of this loom left. I've been trying to cover up these like heat shrink tubing, whatever stuff that comes from factory that's gray, kind of like an ugly stained gray color. So I'm gonna put that on there and try to clean up this mess a little bit. Alright, well, I unplugged this one here and ran it underneath of this fuel line, and then I got loom on that going to there. Looks a lot nicer, getting rid of that ugly gray heat treat, whatever the hell you want to call it. Soon I'm going to be ordering front facing intake manifold, like one of them cheap ones. And I'm going to try to extend my harness and stuff like that and relocate it. Try to do a custom mount there. Would be cool if I could use the stock throttle body. Just make a bracket or a spacer kind of thing that goes from this to the end of that, you know, log style front-facing manifold you see on eBay for like 80 bucks. And with the last little section of that loom that I had, I just did this plug here, going down and around. So that looks a lot nicer. That also had that gray heat shrink stuff from factory on there that I don't like. I cleaned it up a lot. But once I put the other intake on there, it's going to look a lot better over here. These crossover intakes, not so good on the looks. It definitely would have been iconic if this car came with the 2JZ GTE like the Aristo came with. Man. Or even a 1JZ, you know, these things should have came with, but yeah, they turned out pretty good. The satin clear gives it more of a OEM finish. No more crusty and rusty. Now as for the rubber bushings for the radiator brackets, get this crusty surface rust and gunk off of here. You already know. Gonna hit them with the super clean. Alright. Bushings look great. Brackets look great. Let's put them back on. Alright, looks good. Not too shiny, just the right amount. And then back here too, up against the firewall, where there's that sound deadening matte stuff. Usually the ends are like yellow. I spray painted that darker so it didn't stick out so much. But yeah, it's turning out to look pretty good. The engine bay definitely coming out nicer. It'll look way better when I get the front-facing intake manifold down there. It'll declutter it a lot more. I'm still not sure if I'm going to... My original plan was to put a mold like a coupler into that vent down there and then have a tube going up to attach to this pipe. That way turbo has fresh cold air coming in through there. But now I'm like, I've seen a couple with the headlights drilled out and put the air intake right there through the headlight, and I can put like a ring of LEDs around it. That way it still lights up. So let me know down in the comments if you think I should do the air intake coming from down there or through the headlight. Alright, well, thanks for tuning into the video. Hit that like button, really helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next one.